Tonight, apocalyptic scenes as the New South Wales bushfire crisis claims more homes and turns deadly.
Died doing what he thought was the right thing.
The day the Blue Mountains turned black, the firestorm wiping out entire neighbourhoods.
40 odd years of life, photos.
And photos as a baby. Just everything.
Hundreds of reinforcements arrive with out-of-control fires still burning and more dangerous weather conditions ahead.
This is 7 News at 6 with Mark Ferguson.
Good evening. This is number 24 Emma Parade here at Winmalee in the Blue Mountains. There is nothing left. In this one street alone, I think I've counted 14 homes destroyed. I say I think because in some places it's hard to tell where one boundary finishes and another one starts. If it is 14, it's a heartbreaking number. 14 houses gone, 14 families who've been left homeless. So many people who have to start all over again. And this is one devastated street among many. Tonight our reporters are standing by across the disaster zones for a special 1-hour edition of 7 News. We begin with Chris Marr and the sad news that at least one man has lost his life on the Central Coast.
History in ruins. The heritage-rich seaside village of Catherine Hill Bay, south of Newcastle, charred by bushfire. Remarkable work by fire crews saved much of the town. Across what is a narrow strip of land, the battle grew today, a huge fire front burning through thick bush, only a thin line of firefighters preventing more loss and heartbreak. A damaging fire, confirmed today as deadly. 63-year-old Walter Linder collapsed as he tried to stop a spot fire consuming a shed.
The gentleman always was concerned about other people before himself, and that's why he stuck around. And
paramedics tried unsuccessfully to keep him alive after he suffered what's believed to have been a massive heart attack.
He was a lovely chap, very likeable, fairly popular in the street, and walked his dog every morning up and down the street.
His dog Rex now being cared for by neighbours. Among the toll of bricks and mortar, houses with million-dollar views, as well as the Big Prawn garage complex on the Pacific Highway. A change in wind direction this afternoon allowed fire crews to fight fire with fire.
We're on the old Pacific Highway just south of Swansea. Over here is Lake Macquarie. Over here is the ocean. It's a narrow strip of land and it's on fire. Firefighters are doing their best to keep the front at bay.
By this afternoon, other Lake Macquarie suburbs were at risk. Residents advised to stay and shelter. It was too late to go. It's been an anxious day, some people taking to the water to stay safe.
We knew the day would come, we just didn't expect it 1 year into our new house.
Yeah. Overnight, strong winds pushed the huge blaze straight towards Catherine Hill Bay. At least 5 buildings were lost. As they burned, the battle continued to save others.
Certainly we had flame heights in excess of 20 to 30 metres, and the fire has travelled, approximately 8 kilometres.
Further north, at Raymond Terrace, it was the longest of nights. Powerful southerly winds produced frightening flames, terrifying residents in its path.
A little bit frightening, I am.
Yeah.
A little bit frightening. I've not seen one before.
Residents turned around to find embers lighting up trees behind them.
There are plenty of embers flying around here on this Raymond Terrace street. The fire is very close to the houses here, and certainly many residents are going.
I don't know, I can see the flames through there. I'm just getting a little bit worried.
Neighbours were also looking out for each other, trying to convince Bruce Harris to make his getaway.
Yeah, I've got the car right there. If I have to, I will physically pick you up and put you in my car.
The human toll could easily have been greater, but many heeded advice and fled to evacuation centres.
just tired and want to go home, wondering what we're going home to.
Late this afternoon, residents returned to Catherine Hill Bay, some to discover their losses.
Yeah, lost everything except the clothes I've got on. And
other residents found lucky escapes.
Absolutely grateful. The fire brigade have done a wonderful job.
Live now to Chris Marr near Lake Mamora. Chris, is the fire there still out of control?
Mark, the fire threat has reduced significantly here, reduced down to a keep watch status. The RFS says backburning has successfully protected homes, particularly in the Gwandolin area today. Mopping up continues around Catherine Hill Bay and Nord's Wharf, but at this stage the pressure here has eased enormously. Mark?
OK, Chris, good news. Thank you. Across the state, 91 fires are burning. 24 of them remain out of control. The exact number isn't yet known, but hundreds of homes have been lost from Raymond Terrace in the north through the Blue Mountains and south to Balmain.